Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for April 26, 2024. This is the first new arrival video after Record Store Day. That was crazy. We had a crazy Record Store Day. Most amount of orders ever in a day. That was the Sunday after Record Store Day. Biggest Record Store Day we've ever had. It's crazy. We're trying to catch up. It's going to be a few more days, guys. But I feel like we're halfway through. So, yes, busy. Okay. Pretty decent amount of new arrivals to show you guys, considering it's the week after Record Store Day, and typically the week before and the week after are pretty light. But yeah, I'll get to those in a second, but I'll tell you guys about this week's recently announced pre-orders. Starting with two Blue Note tone poets, and now that I look at these, neither one of them are Blue Notes, which are actually some of my favorite tone poets. The first one is Doug Watkins, Watkins at Large. That is originally a transition title. That is a multi-$1,000 record, very expensive. All transition titles were pressed on styrene, so crummy vinyl. This is getting the tone poet treatment. That comes out June 7th. I'm super thrilled about that. And also, a non-Blue Note title, we've got Kenny Dorham and Jackie McLean's Into Something. That is coming out on the same day. That's originally a Pacific Jazz title. They're doing the stereo on the Pacific Jazz. The Doug Watkins was mono. I don't think those are even recorded stereo. Okay. Two Verve by request. We've got Charlie Hayden's The Golden Number, comes out the same day. And Alice Coltrane, A Monastic Trio, that comes out the same day as well. Both of those are Verve by request titles. So it's a solid, it's going to be a solid week for jazz. Chris Isaak, they're doing Heart-Shaped World. That was his big album with Wicked Game. That comes out the same day, June 7th. It came out as a Record Store Day exclusive on white vinyl. Man, that thing sounded fantastic. So if they're using the same mastering on this, much like the original, again, a fantastic sounding record on vinyl, hard to get from the late 80s. It came out 89, so it's not an easy record to get, 88, 89. It's a late 80s record. But this reissue sounds pretty awesome. David Gilmour announced a new album, Luck and Strange. So I'm looking forward to that. That comes out September 6th, so we're going to have to wait a little bit for that particular title. I've got the black vinyl up for pre-order now. If there's any kind of like special variants or whatnot, typically those sometimes get announced a day after. I'll get those on the website as well. But right now I got the black vinyl variant up for pre-order. We have a huge Whatnot coming out May 5th. I think this is going to be the best Whatnot we've ever had, with the coolest Whatnot stuff we've ever auctioned. It's going to be an amazing Whatnot auction. I've got about 20 things I'll show you here. I'm also going to do a standalone video on that in the future, but I'll give you like a little sampling of what's coming out. May 5th, that's a Sunday at 11 o'clock. If you click the link below, you could see everything that is going to be auctioned off that day. It's close to 200 titles, unreleased classic records, test pressings. I mean, unbelievable stuff. So click the link below. Let's start with the box sets. This is Peter Gabriel's I.O. This is the deluxe edition. This particular version includes the bright side mix, the dark side mix, but I didn't even realize there was an inside mix. So this has all three mixes, four vinyl discs, 2 compact discs, a Blu-ray, a 56-page hardback book, a poster, and a 1624-bit download. Finally, after many delays, setbacks, schedule changes, we have the latest UHQR from Analogue Productions. This is Steely Dan's Gaucho. I can't comment to the sound quality. I've not even heard it yet. This literally only dropped a couple of hours ago. If you've pre-ordered this, I hope to have all these out in the next couple days. Keep in mind, we're super slammed for Record Store Day, so we're a couple of days behind in getting these shipped, but we'll get them going pretty quick. Set that there. If you've ordered UHQRs from us in the past, you guys realize we put them in an extremely hefty box. They always arrive in good condition, but it's a little bit time consuming because we got to build that big box. Also got the 2 latest Analogue Productions Atlantic series titles. That is Abandoned Luncheonette, Hall & Oates. Actually, I think I got all numbered copies on this one. Mastered and cut from the original Analogue master tape. I listened to this twice so far. It is really, really good. And actually, I got a few people in the store kind of hooked on this album just by playing it. So far, so good. So far, so good, yeah. And David Crosby, if I could only remember my name. Haven't had a chance to listen to this one yet. Master, yeah, from the original Analog master tape. Real solid week. Tons of great pre-orders. The next OJC, again, probably my favorite series that is coming out now because we are getting all analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray or Matt Luthens, who works at Coherent as well. And we're getting titles that have not been done to death. The Red Garland Trio, groovy, great record. This is another killer title. This is, like I said, if you're a jazz fan, this is, or audiophile in general, this is a hot week. Jerry Mulligan, Nightlights, all analog, part of the Acoustic Sound series. I think this one's done by Chris Bellman, if I'm not mistaken. And first time this has been done, but very cool. This is a, I want to say this is a, yeah, this is a triple disc. So it's a gatefold with another pocket in the middle. But this is a triple disc of Sonny Rollins, A Night at the Village Vanguard. This is the complete masters. All analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray. So nice. We got a little triple disc audiophile tone poet. That was supposed to come out a little while back, but it got delayed, but it's here now. Lonnie Smith, Aphrodisia. This is from Mr. Bongo. Cosmic Jazz Funk by the Hammond B3 organ maestro. Originally released in 1975 on the iconic Groove Merchant Records. Great label. Tons of funky stuff on the label. I really dig Groove Merchant, but Mr. Bongo's been knocking it out of the park with the releases lately. I'm sure that's going to be fantastic. I want to say this was the biggest title from Record Store Day Black Friday last year. That was the Noah Kahan's Cape Elizabeth 12-inch EP. It's going for a couple $100 for quite a few months after a Record Store Day, but that was always a Record Store Day first, meaning they were going to do it in the future, and now is the future. So here it is. I'm assuming it's just going to be black vinyl. New album by St. Vincent. We've got All Born Screaming. We've got a black vinyl version. And this is the indie store exclusive red vinyl version. Okay, Def Leppard. Two different versions of Pyromania. We've got the 40th anniversary 180 gram black vinyl with the second disc containing unreleased versions. So it's kind of like an alternate, kind of like an alternate album, kind of like they did for the anniversary edition of Sgt. Pepper. Unreleased outtake, rough mix, rough mix, rough mix, a lot of rough mix, chorus only. 2-disc set. And then you've got a half-speed Abbey Road version of it, which is just the standard album. Half-speed mastered, single disc. All right, Tina Turner, we've got What's Love Got to Do with It? On Parlophone. White Lion, we've got Big Game, Friday Music. Might be a color variant, check online. A lot of these typically are when they have that paste over barcode sticker. Sophie Tucker, this is Soft Animals. This was their first release. It was an EP. I actually have this record. This is, you know, when I'm feeling the need to listen to some Euro club music, Sophie Tucker. I've seen them live. It was a good show. Let's see. Neil Young, Effin' Up. Neil Young and the Horse. Mastered in analog from 48 24-bit digital. So mastered digitally. What the hell is mastered in analog? I guess maybe they backed it up to a tape. Maybe they're just considering the fact that this is an analog medium. But 9 songs, 2 LP, Neil Young and Nico Bolas. Yeah, I can't really see anything on the back, so they put the Spars code on the hype sticker. Let's see, Pet Shop Boys. Nonetheless, this is the new album on exclusive gray vinyl, featuring the single Loneliness. New Pet Shop Boys. Now this was a Record Store Day Europe title, maybe UK. This is the original Wailers, the best of the Wailers. but for some reason it showed up in our system as just a regular weekly new arrival. We've got Jack Wilson's Ramblin'. Friday Music. Thin Lizzy, Shades of a Blue Orphanage. This is on UK Decca. What in the world is this? Laufey. Laufey? Laufey? I don't think anybody knows how to pronounce that woman's name. It's not just me. During Record Store Day, she had a release, and I think it was asked for about 27 different ways. 4 bonus tracks and a board game. This is the, okay, I'm like, why in the hell has this got this big, fat, almost box-like jacket? Because it includes 4 bonus tracks and a board game. This is pretty cool, albeit somewhat expensive. Garage Inc. This is a 3-disc import, but it's pressed on Fade to Blue Orange. 3-disc set. Keith Urban's number 1 hits, volume 1, or volume 1 number 1s. And volume 2 number 1s. I don't really listen to country. Did Keith Urban have 2 discs worth of number 1s? What is that, 6, 12? Did he have 24 number 1s? I don't know. Seems like a lot. Soulwax, Much Against Everyone's Advice. Expanded 2LP vinyl version. From Sub Pop, we've got Iron and Wine, Light Verse. This is the Loser Edition, which is their first pressing on colored vinyl. Patchy Man, in dub. ATO Records. I wonder what this is. Let me see. Looks like it's reggae. Could be good. Reggae for me is either really good or not so much. I don't have a lot of middle ground. Another Patchy Man at 333 House. Schoolie Boy Q. This is Blue Lips. From Music on Vinyl, we've got Pete Rock and CL Smooth, The Main Ingredient. Limited to 1,500 copies on translucent yellow colored vinyl. This is number 520. Some more Pete Rock. We've got Mecca and the Soul Brother. Limited to 1,500 on translucent color vinyl. Number 108. We've got Mackenzie Porter. Nobody's Born with a Broken Heart. Is that true though? I don't think that's true. I mean, maybe an emotionally broken heart, but what about a physical broken heart? I don't think she thought about that title very much. All right, Tank, One Man. The second studio album from the acclaimed R&B singer Tank, never before released on vinyl. Force of Nature, the debut solo album by Tank. And Sex, Love, and Pain. This is the third solo album by Tank. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 if you're a Tank fan. Personally, I don't know who Tank is, but you know, I wasn't listening to a lot of early 2000s R&B. The Exploited, Beat the Bastards on transparent red and black splattered vinyl on Nuclear Blast. And we've got The Exploited, F the System. Clear with red black splatter vinyl. Also on Nuclear Blast. Justice, Hyper Drama. Cool hype sticker, 2LP black vinyl. We've got Hovvdy, self-titled Hovvdy album by Hovvdy. H-O-V-V-D-Y. Hovvdy. Hovvdy. Probably one of those. Probably not, I'm not sure. Jess Glynn. Jess, the album. Judith Hill, Letters from a Black Widow. April Fool's Day. Soundtrack on Verasa Sarabande, Charles Bernstein. And last, before I show you the Whatnot auction, we've got the Veronicas, Gothic Summer. Kind of looks like a Robert Palmer cover, huh? Okay. It's going to be an awesome auction. Again, click the link below. I'll just kind of skim through maybe 15 things I pulled, but the whole auction is like this. Limited to 1,000. This is the Jeff Beck Sea Changes from Mobile Fidelity. 2-disc, 45 RPM, or excuse me, 2-disc, 33 RPM. But this is the record store day version on pink vinyl. Very rare. I've had one of those come into the store in 8 years. That's not technically mine because this is a consignment, but from DCC, audiophile label in the 90s. They did stuff with Kevin Gray and Steve Hoffman. This is Cream's Fresh Cream. The 200-gram Classic Records version of Tommy. Unbelievably good. Nice run of rare Black Crows in here, but here is the Tall Sessions. Yeah. Still sealed. 623 of 1,000. This is an unreleased Classic Records test pressing of Joni Mitchell's Blue album. Unreleased white label classic test pressing. This is the Classic Records version of Santana's Supernatural. And then just look at this. This is a sealed test pressing from Classic Records of Led Zeppelin's Presence. This is a 200-gram Led Zeppelin 1 Classic Records. Like I said, this is all gas in this auction. Classic Records test pressing of Led Zeppelin 3. We've got Classic Records 200-gram of The Song Remains the Same. Led Zeppelin 4 Classic Records test pressing. Like, if this wasn't a consignment, guys, you wouldn't even see half of these records because they'd be at my house. Classic Records test pressing of Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti. Still sealed. And a sealed Classic Records test pressing of Led Zeppelin 2. I mean, again, that is a small sampling of what is going to be in this auction, but it is going to be an awesome auction. A ton of amazing, it's mostly audiophile stuff, but Classic Records, Mobile Fidelity, DCC. There's unreleased Who test pressings in there from Classic Records. There's such cool stuff in there. Check out the link. Even if you're not bidding on stuff, it's going to be really cool to watch what some of that stuff goes for. Some of those items are records that you may never see again. You know, some of these things I didn't even know existed that showed up in this particular consignment auction. But yeah, that is May 5th, Sunday, at 11 o'clock Arizona time. Again, I'll do a standalone video for YouTube showing everybody what I'm auctioning off, and then I'll live stream the entire event. But if you want to interact, you got to do it through Whatnot because I only monitor the comments on Whatnot. But check us out online at theingroove.com. Until next time.